Hey, this is Dave from Bay Stencil, coming to you from inside of where are we? King Spray Graffiti, and wanted to talk a little bit about how you get three layer stencil, you get a 4-layer stencil, you get a 5-layer stencil, 6, 7-layer stencil. You get a lot more chances to do different colors and different details, but often you don't get everything that you really want to get out of that. And it turns out that a 3-layer stencil is often enough to get almost everything you need. I'm going to show you an example of doing that with a portrait stencil today. I'm going to use virtual stencils, but all the tips that you get here will be applicable to real world stencils as well. I think you'll see. I think you get a really good idea. This references a stencil that has been color separated into 3 colors. And I'm going to look at this one. This is the original image, and then there you see 3 colors, and then there you see 5 colors. Now when you look at this, it seems like you see a lot more detail in the 5 colors, and this is just the approximation. But I'm going to do both of them side by side, and then we're going to pick the one we like the best. I think you're going to be a little bit surprised. Maybe I'll be surprised. First thing I'm going to do is paint white on both surfaces. Okay, I'm going to use a little bit of common sense, and I'm also going to remember that the areas around the eyes often need a little bit more darkening. I'm going to reduce the pressure so that I'm not killing this thing with every touch of the button here. There we go. That's going to let me fill in most of the face. And then I'm going to go into these eyes, and I'm going to give it a little bit more. I'm going to touch it a little bit harder. And like before, I'm going to hit it harder around the eyes and going to give it all black. I'm going to reduce the pressure almost to nothing. Wow, that was no pressure, huh? Okay. It was the cap I was using. All right, let's have a look and see how that looks. All right. It's pretty simple, but if you ask me, it gets a lot of the original. If I just look at the comparison image, actually, let's wait. Let's do the other two. The other one, that's this one. This time we're going to use 5 layers. Very lightest layer. Okay, moving on up to the next layer, and let's register this one. This is a little tricky, but I think we can get it. Okay, so you see we're getting two tones in there. Let's fix a little bit of that bridging. That's a little bit wonky. So nothing too distracting. We just want to make sure that the eyes have got it, and I think you can approximate this in the physical world by just doing a little bit less with the can. You know, you can use a high pressure and a low pressure black and just use less. Stay away from the canvas. Let the spray drift away. You have all kinds of ways of controlling this with real cans. Okay, starting to see more outline, more detail here. Well, let's see. Before we do anything else to this, let's just take a step back. I definitely see that the one on the left has easier boundaries to judge. This one has more, there's more There's more subtlety to it, but we totally lost the right eye, or her left eye. I can fix that. I can go back and okay, now that starts to feel like it's a little more, like it's got a little more something to it. Still there's something a little more, there's something I like a little bit more about the one on the left. And I'm going to fix a couple little things in here. The one on the right still a little bit patchworky to me. And the reason is that it's got 5 layers that are registered, one on top of the other. Every time you register a new layer, you have a little bit of gap, a little bit of movement, and it leaves you feeling just a little bit more patchy. And so there's also the opportunity when you have fewer layers to do gradients. So you see that this area here is less dark than this area down here, and this area is more dark than the area that's around it. It allows you to go deeper. Actually, both of them allow you to go deeper on the eyes, but you see that those eyes just sort of seem a little bit more broken up. The layers seem to be more broken up. So, you can get more and more colors and more layers, but you don't often get better results. You can get some outlines that weren't there before, like you see the hair across the shoulder a little bit more, and you see the resolution of the different kinds of hair. But you can see here, this is also hair. It's very clear that it's hair, and it's very clear that there's some kind of flower on the head. There we go. That's the end of it. And I'm just going to put the logo here one more time and take a nice picture. And I think we'll call it a day. This is Dave from Base Stencil, and thanks for watching.